Welcome to another NASCAR weekend, another paint scheme and race weekend preview. This weekend, we are here at the Pocono Mountains in Pennsylvania at the Pocono Raceway. Now, all three series will be in action this weekend. It should be fun. We're back stateside as the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, the NASCAR Xfinity Series, and the NASCAR Cup Series all return for some racing this weekend. Now, the NASCAR Xfinity Series was racing last weekend, and the NASCAR Cup Series was racing last weekend in Mexico. But all the race teams are back after a long haul down and back. What a great weekend it was in Mexico. Now, the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series is back for this weekend, so all three races will be ready to go. Now, the Pocono Raceway is a 2.5 mile tri-oval track formerly known as the Pocono International Raceway with 14 degrees of banking on the track's first turn, 8 degrees of banking on the track's second turn, and 6 degrees of banking on the track's third turn. They call it the Tricky Triangle. Now, the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series will run their 14th race tonight at the Miller Tech Battery 200. That's 80 laps, 200 miles. Now, 34 teams will enter this race, and will all 34 teams will make the race here at the Tricky Triangle. Now, after a week off, Corey Heim looks to dominate here and win back-to-back spring races. Now, Carson Hocevar in the news this week after being fined by his team, Spire Motorsports, for comments about him down in Mexico, and he will run double duty this weekend. He'll be lucky on Friday that Recky's not in this race. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and him got into it after the race on Sunday, and Ricky was telling him, "I'm going to wait for you to get back to the States. We're going to take care of this back in the good old USA." But he will not be in this race. So Carson Hocevar looking to win in that number 7 Spire truck. Also, NASCAR made an announcement that Ram will be returning to NASCAR in 2026. Now, this announcement was made a couple weeks ago when we were on vacation, and I thought we'd talk about it since this is the Craftsman Truck Series week. So, what drivers and teams will move over to Ram, we'll see. But looking forward to this race this weekend here at Pocono. Now, on Saturday, the NASCAR Xfinity Series will run their 16th race of their season at the Pocono Mountains 250. That's 100 laps, 250 miles. Now, this weekend marks the 10th running of a NASCAR Xfinity race at Pocono Raceway, all since 2016. Now, Ford has won 5 of the 9 Pocono races, but are winless this season in a Ford here on the Craftsman Truck Series. Now, 38 drivers and teams are on the entry list, and every single team will make it. Now, Chase Elliott will be doing double duty this weekend in that 17hendrickcars.com. Now, last year, Cole Custer held off Justin Allgaier for the win here in the spring race, but Cole Custer will not be racing this weekend. But speaking of junior motorsports, has won 7 races this season in this Xfinity Series season. Allgaier, Connor Zilisch, Sammy Smith, Kyle Larson, and Daniel Suarez have won this year. So amazing. Speaking of Connor Zilisch, Dale Jr. is going to fill in for him as crew chief here at Pocono, as Connor Zilich's crew chief was penalized after a missing lug nut following the Xfinity race at Nashville. They chose to waive uh, to this race here instead of the one in Mexico. So that is the suspension. So Dale Jr. will be doing that one. On Sunday, NASCAR Cup Series will run the 16th race of their season with the Great American Getaway 400. Now it's 160 laps, that's 400 miles. Now, this is the last race before the in season tournament begins in Atlanta. And this also marks the 92nd running of a NASCAR Cup Series race here at Pocono from 1974 to now 2025. The race to the playoffs also officially begins. There's only 10 races remaining before the playoffs start. Playoffs? Now, Ryan Blaney won this race last spring. Can he win another race this year after winning in Nashville for the first time this year? We'll see if Ryan Blaney can pull it off. Could Denny Hamlin come back after taking the week off in Mexico after the birth of his brand new baby boy? Congratulations again, Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin, very, very good here. We'll get into those stats when I pick a winner. I guess you already know where I'm going now. So this should be a very interesting weekend. So you know the race info that you need to know. Now all you need to know is the paint schemes. So here are the paint schemes for all three series. When I come back, I will give you my favorite paint schemes and my picks to win this weekend. So here are the paint schemes, and let's go. hope you enjoyed those paint schemes like we do every Friday here on our channel. Every Friday, we release a paint scheme and race weekend preview to get you ready for the weekends with us. So make sure you have your bells on, your notification on, looking for that paint scheme and race weekend preview from whatever track we are at that weekend. We bring you the best content and information to get you ready for the NASCAR weekend here on our channel. So now, here are my favorite NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series paint schemes. They didn't have too many this week. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but the '07 Patrick Emerling Goat Power Bikes. I like that one. Looks cool. The '34 Lane Riggs Bare Knuckle Grawl Ford. I like that one. And here are my NASCAR Xfinity Series favorite paint schemes. Connor Zilich in that '88 Registic Chevrolet Junior Motorsports with Junior in the pit crew this weekend. Interesting. Josh Williams always supporting the USA. Loved that he was running those USA colors last week as well in Mexico in the Alloy Employer Service Chevrolet. And Patrick Ermling is doing double duty this weekend in the '07 truck and the '07 Xfinity Chevrolet and the Camel Beach Chevy. So he's doing double weekend for the '07. And now here are my favorite Cup Series paint schemes. Now the '99 Daniel Suarez coming from his hometown track, and man, he looked good on Saturday, but Sunday not so much. The very good Ventures Chevrolet for Trackhouse, they always do great with their paint schemes. And last week's dominant win, SVG, and that Safety Culture Chevrolet for Trackhouse. Now, did you know that SVG's win on Sunday was the largest lead of all time at the checkered flag when he crossed the line? Largest lead at 16 some seconds. Crazy, crazy, crazy how he won that race last week. But congratulations, SVG, in the playoffs. Great job. The pickle car is returning for Todd Gillen in that 34 Ford. And Front Row Motorsports, so that 34. Denny Hamlin is back after a week off. Of course, he also did get the waiver from NASCAR, so he's good to go in the playoffs after missing last week in Mexico due to his fiance giving birth to his son, baby boy. So the Progressive of Toyota back for Pocono, ready to go. Now, Noah Gragson for that Miller Tech Ford. If he was in the Miller Tech sponsorship in the truck series, I might be taking him with the spray sponsor, but he is not. And then Ross Chastain, another Trackhouse. Love the Trackhouse paint jobs. They're always good. The number one Chastain Busch Light Apple Chevrolet. Apparently, this stuff is good. Has anyone tried it? Let me know in the comments below on the Busch Light Apple Chevrolet. Now, here are my picks for this weekend. We'll do a quick here, and we'll start with the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series season. Heim, Hocevar, and Riggs are the best odds to win this. Heim at plus 100, Hocevar at plus 225, and Riggs at plus 425. Could Riggs win this? He's not in the Love Chevrolet or the Love Ford. I would say let's take it, but let's do it. Riggs gets the win. Front Row Motorsports. I will take it. Ford gets the win. My dark horse, I'm going to take Ty Majeski and that plus 2200 for my dark horse. Ty Majeski gets a win here at Pocono. Now, my NASCAR Xfinity Series, Allgaier at plus 310, Chase at plus 350, Sam Mayer, I see you, Mayer, at plus 750. But I'm taking Connor Zilich at plus 800. Junior is the crew chief in this thing. Connor Zilich looked strong and then got into that wreck at Mexico toward the end there. So I'm taking Connor Zilich as my winner for this week. Now my dark horse, plus 1600, another junior motorsports car. I'm taking Carson Quaffle for the win here at Pocono. Now for my NASCAR Cup Series. Denny Hamlin has 7 wins at Pocono, the most of all time. Denny Hamlin has more wins at Pocono plus 7 than any other track. He's plus 500. Ryan Blaney is plus 700. And Willie B is plus 750. Give me Hamlin. Welcome back. Happy, happy, happy. Denny Hamlin. Did you know his boy was born on June 11th? Give me all my money on Hamlin. The luck is running like crazy. He won Michigan. He wins here at Pocono as well. Denny Hamlin, this is the year, y'all. All right, my dark horse this weekend, Trackhouse continues with stuff, but I thought about going Ross Chastain, but I'm going Alex Bowman at 2,900. Bowman the Showman, he finished third here last year in the spring. I'm taking Bowman the Showman for my dark horse. All right, so there is your picks for this weekend. So now you guys know the race weekend info, you know the paint schemes, and you know my picks. So all you need to now know is when we're streaming. Tonight we'll be doing the truck race, the Miller Tech 200, Miller Tech Battery 200 from Pocono. And then tomorrow on Saturday, we'll be doing the NASCAR Cup Series practice and qualifying Xfinity as well, I believe. I have to look at the schedule. But we've been bringing you the Xfinity race as well, the Pocono Mountains 250. And then on Sunday, flag to flag coverage of the Great American Getaway 400 from Pocono. So I hope you guys are ready for the streams this weekend. I'm ready to have fun with you guys. Make sure you hit the like and also let me know in the comments below, what are your favorite paint schemes that you liked to this week? Which ones were not your favorites? Also, give me your wins. Who's going to win? Who you think's your dark horses? And who are some of your parlays, or who you're going to be going on with some picks because you know the dark horses and you know the odds. So let me know about those in the comments below. So make sure you subscribe to On the Go at CeeLo for all your NASCAR content as we bring you the best content here on YouTube. Also, hit the like on this video, pop that like, thumbs up, and then we will see you in the streams. We'll see you here at Pocono. It's going to have a good time this weekend. Looking forward to hanging out with you guys. We're at Pocono, baby. Let's go. Come on, Denny Hamlin. Welcome back. Congratulations. We'll see you in the streams. We're at Pocono. Let's go.